Good evening, folks, and welcome to the Horror Corner. Good evening, folks, and welcome to the Horror Corner. I'm your host, Sean Patrick Erschen, and this week I wanted to discuss something as kind of a follow-up video to one I did a couple months back, talking about Tony Moran. If you guys don't know Tony Moran, he was in the original Halloween, the Unmasked Michael Myers. And yeah, I did have an experience with him. I did meet him. And it was a nice experience. I thought he was very cool and had no issue with him whatsoever. I thought he was very nice, courteous. He was kind to my wife. And then this video came out called Tony Moran Unmasked, and it was of Tony at all these different horror conventions saying these different things, and they were they definitely put him in a bad light. Saying some nasty stuff, and you could tell that it was all edited together to make him look bad, Like, I'm guessing the person that did this video probably has issue with Tony personally, But I went and watched some of those specific videos, specific interviews at specific conventions that he did that were part of that whole package. And, some of it was bad, and the one that hurt me personally, I was kind of offended by it. And I'm not a person that gets offended easily by things, but, when it comes to, like, horror, and especially Halloween, I'm a huge fan of the Halloween franchise. And, I do look up to these horror celebrities, I do kind of idolize them. I know they're just human beings with feelings just like you and me. But I do tend to kind of idolize them, I look up to them. And when a horror celebrity says something like, kind of poking fun at the fans, the people that are your bread and butter, they pay your check, they pay your bills, they help pay your bills. And when you say the fans are losers, like if you're asking for an autograph, for Tony Moran's autograph, what are you, a loser? What are you, an idiot? You have no life? What do you go home and spank to it or whatever, That was one video that kind of got to me, And there were a lot of things, he said some stuff about John Carpenter and Jamie Lee Curtis, and, but that was the one that really got to me. I was like, that kind of hurt me, Like, wow, that's what you think of us? That's what you think of us fans, I know it might be taking it out of context, and the point he was trying to make, I understand. The fact and the point that he was trying to make is that he didn't understand the magnitude of Halloween and the Halloween fans and how big of a fan base there is. He didn't understand all that, And I can understand that, but there's much better ways you can word that. And he worded it horribly, and, using foul language and, insulting kind of behavior, And I felt insulted by it, Especially where I was someone that had met him and I had such a nice experience. I was like, wow, this is what you really think of us, And then what just happened was Danielle Harris, who you might know from Halloween 4 and 5, and also the Rob Zombie Halloweens 1 and 2. And many other horror films, She's pretty much an icon of the horror genre, Everybody loves her. All the fans love Danielle Harris, And so recently at a convention, it was only a couple days ago, actually, she went up to Tony Moran's booth, where he was signing autographs and stuff. And she made this video kind of you know, having a little interview with Tony right here.
It's a lot, you know. That's
It's just
talking about the whole situation. Hope you guys can hear that all
This is
right.
why I wanted to catch you off guard and not plan something, because I didn't want. When we started talking about it, I wanted it to be authentic instead of, you know, what you're planning on talking about, what you think everybody
Like a
would want to
Q&A or
hear.
something,
Yeah, I know. I just wanted it to be.
I know this is lo-fi, guys, you know. I don't have the greatest editing skills in the world to put together.
I'll tell you what I also feel is like these people, my fans on Scarefest on the fan page, they're going, well, I'm not going to go. They're not going to let you come, Tony. This is all a bunch of crap. It's a chopped up video to make you look bad on purpose, and it's not even what you say in Q&As. It's the exact opposite, blah, blah, blah. And I said to him, and I do mean this, I do not want anybody to use hate against hate. Don't go because, you know, you don't. Look at if you want to meet somebody that you've never met and you're not going to go just because of what happened to me, don't do that. Don't do that.
Scarefest is a great show, guys, and there's a lot of good people there that you'll want to meet. So.
And not only will you miss out on meeting your celebrity, but the celebrity's going to miss out on meeting you if you don't go. So don't do that kind of crap. I don't want that. Don't do that. If somebody doesn't understand what's going on and they're going to take a certain take on this, whatever. All you gotta do is research and watch me and my Q&As. I make total fun of myself because I was such an idiot when I was 21, you know? I don't know. I mean, that's just how I am. I mean, I was blessed, Danielle. You know what that means.
I understand. If anyone understands
Shoot.
the Halloween gods and this fan base, there's nothing like it. So.
And it changed forward. You know. And I'm not religious, but I use the word blessed because I don't know what the another word would be
So
for me.
now, have you done a Q&A since that video came out?
Yeah, from Chicago, yeah.
At any rate, guys, you know, that's just a sampling. You can see the video. I'll have the full video in the link below of this video. And basic gist of it is Danielle went up to him and, you know, kind of caught him off guard. You know, she didn't plan it, he didn't plan it or anything, so she kind of wanted to get a genuine reaction from Tony as to all this business going on with the video that came out and all that, and, you know, the fans kind of giving him a backlash, you know. And I'm sure Tony is really feeling the backlash, you know. I'm sure these days probably people aren't flooding his booth as much as usual, you know. And he also talked about a couple appearances that got canceled, you know, that they kind of kicked him off the convention because of what happened with this video and everything. And I would like to get you guys' thoughts on this, you know. Do you feel that he is genuine in his apologies to the fans? And he does apologize to the fans in this video. I know it didn't show the whole thing because I don't have all day. But yeah, he does kind of get choked up during the course of the video, and he does shed a little tear, you know. And it felt genuine to me. To be honest, it did feel genuine to me. You can tell he's genuinely upset at the situation. He feels really bad at what he said to the fans and some of the other things he said. And you know, it kind of touched me that Danielle Harris would do this for him, you know. You know, I was like, wow, what a class act Danielle Harris is to do that for him. And to give the fans maybe some kind of little bit of closure. Now, one thing is, he did not directly address the specific things that were said throughout the course of this video and other videos that came out with him saying some nasty things about Tyler Mane and, you know, John Carpenter and stuff like that. He didn't address specific things. He just mainly said, you know, sorry for the way I acted, my behavior, and the language I used and stuff like that. He didn't directly address those things. So then Danielle did another video on her own, which kind of got me thinking, as a follow-up. So check this out.
Hi guys. How are ya? I know that you're being told that I'm live right now, so I don't even want to start the conversation until y'all start popping on. Okay. So, hi everybody. So I just want to address a couple things. First of all, I know there's been a lot of conversation about my interview, whatever you want to call it, with Tony Moran yesterday. Just to set the record straight, I am not Team Tony by any means, okay? My intention, because I had not seen Tony at all since I saw that video that was made, and I don't hang out with Tony. I see him at conventions. He's called me, I think, 3 times in my life to talk to me about a role. This is about 2 years ago. I have been well aware of Tony's bad behavior at conventions, and I've also seen another really kind side to him over the years. So, I saw him sit down. I never come down early for conventions. I just so happened to come down early because I knew it was going to be crazy yesterday. So anyone that's been to a show of mine that I'm at knows I'm down about a half an hour after it starts because I'm just kind of getting myself together. I came down a half an hour before it started yesterday, and it was already really crowded. And Tony was sitting there without people, and I thought, you know what? All that popped into my mind was, I haven't seen him. He talked a lot of shit about the fans. I'm going to go confront him. I'm going to go ask him what that was all about. And I was only thinking about defending the fans because that's what I was seeing.
So there you have it, guys. That kind of clears some of the air and kind of clarifies things and kind of her intentions. Now you may have watched that first video and thought that she might have been on the side of Tony, that she was kind of having his back. But as you can see in the second video, that wasn't quite the case, you know. It was more about her kind of, you know, confronting him in a way, you know, and giving him a platform, giving him an opportunity to kind of explain himself, you know, and to kind of apologize to the fans, you know. So that's kind of was her intention was, you know. It wasn't to like say, yeah, I got you back, Tony, you're an awesome dude, you know. She was kind of basically confronting him with his BS in a way, you know. It may not have come across that way in the video, but here in the second video she kind of explains that more, and yeah. At any rate, I still think she's a class act for doing that, and it wasn't just her kind of standing up for Tony. It was more about the Halloween fans. She loves the Halloween fans, and I guess Tony does too, you know. So that's why I'm personally going to give Tony a pass, because I can see now that he generally does love the fans, and I think he is sorry for some of the things he says. He might not express it directly, but I think I'm going to give him a pass because, you know, you can tell he was genuinely upset when you watch that video. Maybe some of you guys won't give him a pass, but, and I would understand that because, you know, he didn't kind of directly address the specific things that he said, like about Tyler Mane and about John Carpenter and about Jamie Lee Curtis, and specifically about, you know, what he said about the fans kind of there, you know. But you can tell he is sorry. He has that's kind of his way of saying it, you know. And also Danielle mentions throughout the video that she does kind of want to have a sit-down interview with Tony Moran, which I think would be great. I think that would be the perfect opportunity for Tony to clear the air once and for all and address these specific things that he said in some of these videos, you know. That's what I would like to see. Or even if Tony would want to come on my show, or you know, I'm sure a lot of other YouTubers would like to have a chat with him specifically about the specific things he said, you know. I think it would be a great platform, you know, especially with Danielle Harris, someone who's prominent in the horror community, you know, who is beloved to the horror community. Danielle Harris is one of the most beloved figures in the horror community, so I think that would be the perfect platform to do it. So do it, Tony. Have a sit-down interview with you. You're friendly with Danielle. You know each other fairly well. You know, you've seen each other a lot over the years at the convention. So I think that's a perfect opportunity for you to clear the air with sit-down interview with Danielle once and for all, and you know, make your apologies. You know. But I forgive you, Tony. I'm not gonna bash you. I'm not gonna do more videos saying, calling you out. But you did kind of hurt me with the one thing you said there. But I'm willing to let bygones be bygones, you know. And I hope in the future you don't continue to have this kind of behavior, you know. Hopefully you learned your lesson with some of the backlash you've gotten. And we can all move on, and we can accept what you did and move on, and we can forgive you, you know, because everyone deserves a second chance, you know. Everyone deserves a second chance in life, no matter what you've done, you know. So thanks for watching, guys. It's food for thought, you know, and I'm very curious to hear what you guys think about this matter, and I'm curious to see some of the feedback, what you guys think. Are you willing to forgive Tony and let bygones speak out bygones, and let it go, and let's all move on? You know, what do you think? And thank you for joining me, Sean Patrick Erschen, in the Horror Corner. Tune in and stay scared.